Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to share with you some really popular books and some not so much, but some really popular books that I personally did not enjoy reading. So if you're considering reading these books, you can have a look at this video. Maybe you might feel the same way I did, or if you think that you enjoyed these books, then let me know in the comments below so that I probably might give it a go again sometime later. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and start. So the first book I wanted to talk about is Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Maniscalco. Now, I actually was super excited about Kerry Maniscalco's books because she also is the author of the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, and that series I thoroughly enjoyed. And this one was another new series after that, so I wanted to immediately pick it up because it looked really fun, and the cover also looks really good, and it was everywhere when it got released. But it kind of fell short for me. I mean, the premise is really cool. I think with all of these books, the premise was like really cool, and a lot of people enjoyed some of these books, but I don't know, I just felt like there wasn't really much depth. Now, this book is about two sisters, one murder, and somebody has unleashed vengeance. So they were going to go and investigate and find that out. And basically, it has dark magic, it has everything that you would want in like a dark fantasy book. So every element in like an evil fantasy world you've got in this book, and I went into it with super high expectations, and I don't know, it just completely fell short for me. I felt like there wasn't much depth to it. I wasn't really invested in any of the characters. I kind of didn't bother about the two sisters. It just felt like I was flipping through the book most of the time. So I did not continue the series. This is supposed to be a trilogy, I think, but I barely got through this book. So this one was a big no from my end. The next super popular book that I am not going to recommend is A Curse So Dark and Lonely. This one is a trilogy again, and I wanted to get this book so bad when it got released because this is a retelling, and I love retellings, and I've read some amazing retelling books. And so when I saw this was a retelling of the Beauty and the Beast, I immediately picked it up because I love Beauty and the Beast, and I have read some amazing retellings for Beauty and the Beast. So I'll probably put that in another video if you want any recommendations for retellings that are really good. But this one, I don't know, it just felt like it was being dragged along. It was so slow paced, and I really didn't feel like I was reading a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. There were elements of it throughout the book, but it was just, I don't know, the word to probably use from my end is boring. And I know maybe a lot of you wouldn't agree with me because this is actually a trilogy, and there are two more books in the series, and both of them are retellings of two different fairy tales. So if you love retellings of fairy tales, you'll be so tempted to pick this book, but it's got again no depth to the characters. I didn't feel like it was a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Most of the areas, I didn't feel like I was invested in the Beast or any other characters in the book. It just felt a little bit dry for me, if that's the right word to use. So I'm not going to recommend A Curse So Dark and Lonely. If you did read this book, if you did enjoy it, let me know. The next book that I am not going to recommend is again another famous book, and I personally know a lot of people who enjoyed it, but it's just not for me, and that is the Truly Devious book. This is the first book in a series, and I immediately love this because it's like a whodunit, and it's got a young adult vibe to it. It's got a soft academia vibe to it as well. So I immediately was drawn to it, and I wanted to read it, and I picked it up, and boy was I disappointed because it started off really good because it takes you through this academy. It's a famous private school. It sets up in a place far away. The protagonist is kind of interesting in the beginning, so then you fall for it, but then she starts to investigate, and then it just starts to like taper down. It follows Stevie Bell, who is trying to investigate a cold case that was closed lots of years ago, and she joins this private academy because she's so into whodunits and investigations, and she's like a fun little investigator herself, and so she wants to solve the mystery. So she joins this private academy, but she starts to learn and uncover a lot of things. So I just didn't feel very connected to Stevie Bell. I did not like any of the characters in the book. I just felt like there were so many other much better written whodunits. So I didn't really feel connected to this book, and so I didn't even continue the series. So that's again a big no for me. Next book that I am not going to recommend. Now this one is not that popular, but I still wanted to put it here in case you're trying to pick it up, and that's The Beast's Heart. And this is again a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I immediately picked it up because it was a Beauty and the Beast. It was a retelling. I was hoping it will give me something good, but no. This was so bad. I mean, I think Curse of Dark and Lonely was a lot better than this. I just felt so torn reading this book. It was so anti-feminist as well. It just, I don't know why this had a lot of good ratings, but it was just wrong in so many levels. I felt like going to the female protagonist and taking her out of the book and giving her a mind of my own, because this was not good, you guys. This was so bad. I was so disappointed with this book. This is one book that I am not going to recommend at all. If you have read this book, or if you feel the same way I did, let me know in the comments below. Next book I am definitely not recommending is A Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry. So I initially saw this cover and I fell for it like crazy because I just love something set in like a mid-century, something that has like magic and something that has con thieves. It just feels so the atmosphere that it brings is just so good. Immediately I get like a Six of Crows vibe, and there's like conspiracies, and I was so excited to start this book, but I was so disappointed by the end of it because nothing really happened in this book. I don't know why this book could have been so much better, but the writing was just so boring and it was so slow paced. I like slow paced books, but not like when it isn't getting anywhere at any point in time. If you like slow paced books, that's fine. I like them too. There are a lot of slow paced books that I've actually enjoyed, but this one just didn't go anywhere, and I just kind of felt by the end of the book I was just flipping through and I didn't care about the characters. I just want the book to end, and so this book I am definitely not recommending. Next book I'm not recommending is Tahira Mafi's Furthermore series. Now this is again a series of books targeted to middle grade, and I love middle grade books, and so Tahira Mafi is one of my favorite authors because I love the Shatter Me series. So I immediately picked this up because it's got like magic, and it's got it perfectly starts that way as well. It says, once upon a time a girl was forgot. In a world brimming with color and magic, Alice's pale skin and milk white hair mark her as an outcast. So this actually talks about magic and travel into mythical, dangerous lands, and it's just so interesting and intriguing. I immediately picked it up because I wanted to read it, and I was bored. I mean, it could have been so much better, but I kind of felt like personally that it didn't do anything to me, and I was not really transported into magical worlds or fell in love with the protagonist or nothing of that sort. It just was like another book for me. So even though I'm a huge Tahira Mafi fan, I will not be recommending this series. Next book I'm not recommending is A Pinch of Magic, and this was one of the most unreadable books for me. I was so excited about this because again, it's got like ancient curses, it's got magical objects, curses, danger. It's got everything that you want, like whimsical fantasy for a middle grade book, but nothing happened in the book again. I don't know why that keeps happening over and over for me. I feel like some books nothing just happened. Maybe they happen, but I don't know. It's too late that something happens, or it's just too slow paced. It's not character driven. It's not plot driven as well. It's supposed to be plot driven, but I didn't feel like the plot was getting anywhere. There was a plot, but there were so many plots. I just got lost in the book. This is also a series, so I thought that I could start a cool new middle grade series, but no, that didn't happen, and I stopped with this book. So again, this book I am not recommending. Next book I'm not recommending is, I don't think this is as popular, but I'm still putting it out here because I know some people might think about getting this book, and that is The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill. And this is supposed to be a retelling of A Little Mermaid, and I immediately picked it up because, like I said, retellings, Little Mermaid, what more do I want? And boy, was I mistaken. This book was even bad than A Beast's Heart. I mean, I would still give A Beast's Heart a pass, but this one, I was angry by the end of this book because they made the female character so bad. I mean, why? Why would a woman write a female character like this? I do not know. I got so angry by the end of the book. I almost threw the book away because it was so frustrating. I will definitely not be recommending this book. I'm not even sure who enjoys this kind of writing or this kind of storyline. Anybody that enjoyed this book, please let me know. I will need to get some inputs from you. Next book I'm not recommending, and I know is super popular, is Circe. And I am sorry, you guys. I know a lot of people like this book. I know it's shortlisted for the Women's Prize. It was one of, I think, Goodreads top reads. It was a Goodreads winner as well. A lot of people love this book. I personally just don't want to recommend it because I didn't enjoy it. I mean, I love Greek books, Greek mythology, Greek story, and this is about Circe. So I was so excited about reading this book, but I don't know, I didn't like it as much as I would have expected to, and this just didn't do anything for me. I think I've read better Greek mythology books than this. I know that's a little bit unpopular, but I am so sorry to anybody who enjoyed this book. I don't mean to get on your bad side, but for me personally, this was a no-no. Next book I'm not recommending is The Boy Who Grew Dragons by Andy Shepard. This is another middle grade book. I really wanted to love this book because it was so much fun, because this little boy can actually grow dragons, and he has a baby dragon that he takes around with him in his backpack. So I was excited, but I didn't feel anything in this book as well. This is again a Children's Book Prize winner or shortlisted for it. I'm not sure, but I thought this would be so much fun. It has got like illustrations in it, and I was super excited to read it. But I felt like the story wasn't going anywhere. It just could have been so much more than what it actually turned out to be. So something that I don't want to recommend. The last book that I'm not going to recommend, I know a lot of you are not going to like me for this, but it's The Fourth Wing. And I wanted to like this book, you guys. I got the book immediately when it released. It's got this amazing sprayed edges. It's got stenciled edges. The spine is brilliant, and this is a hardback, and it's just gorgeous, this book. And it's got everything that you can love as a premise. It's got dragons. It's got dark academia school for people who want to bond with dragons. It's got great characters. The book, as in the setting, the storyline, the atmosphere, everything was just so brilliant. And I know a lot of people who enjoyed this book, but somehow I personally didn't. This has an amazing storyline as well. So you have to graduate this Dragon Academy, otherwise you die. There's only two way out. So you get to choose to be a certain kind of type of role that you would be playing in this academy, and our protagonist is a rider, so she's a dragon rider. And so I don't know, everything about this book just screams whimsical, amazing fantasy, something new that I'd want to delve into. I know a lot of people loved it, and it's all over booktok and Instagram, and I just wanted to love it. I really wanted to, but unfortunately I didn't. So if you enjoyed this book, let me know why in particular. Maybe I'll try rereading it. Maybe the time wasn't just perfect for me. I don't know. But I just felt like so much happening that nothing actually led anywhere. There was like so much. The starting, in fact, was really, really good because we come to learn about our character and everything. But then, I don't know, somewhere I just felt like it derailed a bit, and then the plot, it became suddenly plot heavy. It started very character driven and then it became like plot heavy, and I felt like the book was a little confused. I don't know, that's my personal opinion. I'm sorry again for anybody who actually read and enjoyed this book. In fact, for all of the books that I just said, I'm really sorry if all of you enjoyed any of these books that I just said. But again, this is my personal opinion, books that I may not be recommending. I have amazing books that I will recommend, and this is my point of view. So if you enjoyed this video and my brutal honesty, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.